Hi, how are you? My name is Mark Lyden, and I am a professional college recruiter. I'm actually a lead college recruiter for a Fortune 50 company. I've been doing it for over 10 years now, and I've recruited in my career on the college level for anyone through freshman through PhD, and for small, medium, and large organizations across the country, from West Coast to East Coast schools and everything in between. I've also managed a portion of one of the top co-op intern programs of any company in the country. Today we're going to talk a little bit about phone interviews and what you need to do in a phone interview and what the best plan of attack is. First of all, in general, I would say that phone interviews, they have some subtle differences than regular interviews, but you prepare for them relatively the same. The importance of preparing for the interview is critical. I would say 75% of the question or the answer actually being considered great is in the preparedness before you get into the interview. What does that mean? That basically means that you should have between 6 and 8 stories of your experiences, basically practiced and ready to go. These stories should be able to answer behavioral type questions, such as, tell me about a time when you dealt with a difficult person, or tell me about a time when you were in charge of leading a team. These kind of answers and personal experiences in your life, these examples and stories that you use are the critical point to a great answer. The organization, of course, of the stories is just as important as the actual content. So when you practice the stories, they should be between 60 and 90 seconds to answer a question, and that's it. If it's below 60 seconds, too short, not enough detail. If it's above 90 seconds, probably getting a little boring and too much detail. So let's talk about the difference between phone interview and a regular interview when you're sitting down at the table. So the phone interview, obviously, you have to do some prep work that's a little bit different. One of the things that you have to do is make sure that you have an environment that is quiet. For example, so many times, a college roommate or something comes barging in the middle of the interview. You got to try to prevent that. So make sure that you have a space where it's quiet and where you can obviously pick up cell phone signal if you're on your cell phone. So please test that before. Too many people, get on the phone interview and then, of course, the cell phone signal's no good. Really, the only other thing that is different between preparing for a phone interview is the fact that you can certainly have a sheet with you to remind you of your stories. A lot of people get nervous in interviews, and so they might think that they're going to forget a story, and having that sheet just gives them a little bit of a crutch, so that if they do, for example, just forget a story that would be a great answer, they can just glance down at their sheet and it'll remind them. I can't express to you enough that getting back to the basics on interviewing is how you actually get a job, especially in this job market. There are books out there that are 400 pages long that do nothing but talk about interviewing and how to do it. Listen, I teach classes about interviewing across the country and major universities and colleges. And one of the things that I teach is just get back to the basics. If you're great at the basics, which is telling a story for the answer. The story is well organized, not too long, not too short, and it has good content. If you do those things, believe me, you'll score well on the interview, and those are the people that get the answers. If you need more help, if you need more information on interviewing or just the process of finding a job in this difficult market, I've written a book. It's called College Students Do This, Get Hired. And it's gotten great endorsements from major university career centers around the country, as well as students, because it's actually helping people get hired in this difficult job market. It's not long and it's not expensive. It's actually less than it would cost for you to buy a T-shirt at your bookstore. You can get it by going on my website, which is just dothisgethired.com, or you can pick it up on Amazon. This book will have essential information that will help you in this difficult job market get a full-time job, a co-op, or an internship. Thanks very much for your time today. Bye.